All right, this is your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honor to the apostles of the great millstones I learned this truth from. Honor to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquaf that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled, All of Us Will Be Tested. All right, it's going to be entitled, All of Us Will Be Tested. Now, I got aspired to do this lesson because I was reading the book of Daniel within the 3rd chapter. And when you read the 3rd chapter, you can read about Abednego, Shadrach, and Meshach. All right, you can read about those 3 brothers and pretty much how the Most High put them through the test. And we already know the story, you know, pretty much they did not bow down to the golden image of Nebuchadnezzar. All right. And Nebuchadnezzar was upset with that. And so what happened was he was like, look, man, throw those 3 men into the fiery furnace. And, you know, they were willing to accept their fate because they was like, look, we're not going to bow down to that golden image. We're only going to worship the Most High. All right. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And so, you know, when you read that story, which we're going to read it, you know, we might as well read it. You know, when you read that story, you know, it definitely showcases how they kept faith in the Most High instead of falling to whatever was brought upon them that was going to make them go against the Most High, which is, like I said, which was bound down to that golden image. All right. So we're going to start off with this. We're going to start off with Salakia. We're going to start off with Exodus chapter 34, verse 12. It says, take heed to thyself, lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land whither thou goest, lest it be for a snare in the midst of thee. But you shall destroy their altars, break their images, and cut down their groves. For thou shalt worship no other God, for the Lord, Yahweh, whose name is jealous, is a jealous power. All right. The Most High is a jealous God. He is a jealous power. All right. When he sees us, speaking to you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, when he sees us worshiping Jesus, Allah, Buddha, celebrities themselves, you know, when he sees us pretty much, you know, bowing down and giving all praises to these other images and these other idols, he gets jealous. All right. And you already know what jealousy does to a man. Jealousy gets them to the point where they become enraged, and they get to the point where they become angry and they want to do something about it. It's the same way, you know, when you get into a relationship, you know, and then you see your woman flirting, or you may catch them cheating or something like that. It gets you to the point where the Most High may put that spirit upon you for revenge. And you already know what that consists of. We don't want to see anything like that. And then Most High definitely doesn't want to see that with his people, especially because he chose us. So he's a jealous power. So you always got to remember that, man. You do not want to get to the point where the Most High is looking at you and he's like, man, what are you doing? Why are you worshiping these other gods and these idols when you already know I'm the only power that's out here? He's the only power that's out here. So we always need to make sure that we recognize that, and we need to show the Most High, hey, we are only going to worship Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's it. Okay. So, hold on, Salakia. Let me get, now let's go to Daniel chapter 3. We're going to read the account of what happened. So this is Daniel chapter 3. And, you know, we're going to just go ahead and read down, man. We're going to start at 12. Yeah, we'll read down to verse 27. This is Daniel chapter 3, verse 12. It says, there are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. See? Then it says, then Nebuchadnezzar, in his rage and fury, commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now if you be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, you fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if you worship not, you shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thy hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. And this is the same type of mentality we're going to have when all hell breaks loose, because we're going to be put in this type of position as well. You know, when Jacob's trouble begins, martial law is out here. The MOTB is mandatory. Esau's going to roll, just like it says in Revelation 12:12. He's going to bring that great wrath because he know that he has but a short time. So we're going to put in the exact same situation. But the only difference is Esau's going to set up that MOTB, which is the RFID microchip. And pretty much he's going to make people bow down to him. Because once you accept that chip, you have accepted and pretty much put it in your mind, literally, that you're going to bow down to Esau, because Esau's going to have complete control over you, because that chip is going to control everything that you do. That chip going to be so powerful to the point where it can literally alter your thoughts. Esau's going to be able to control you on all kind of levels, but we already know Esau's not even going to get that far. But we are going to be put in the same situation just like this. All right, the scriptures say we're going to be put in prison for the Most High's sake. They're going to roll up on us and they're going to ask us, where's our chip? And we're going to be like, man, we not taking it. We not taking it, man. Just like these three brothers was like, look, we not bowing down to that golden image and these other guys that you got out here, man. They was like, look, we have a power out here that's going to deliver us from that fiery furnace. And we saying the same thing. We have a power out here that's going to deliver us from Jacob's trouble, man. And Lord willing, we make it on those chariots, the so-called UFOs. This is Daniel chapter 3, verse 19. It says, then was Nebuchadnezzar, and as you can see, it says Daniel's friends protected. It says, then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more than it was wont to be heated. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, and their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. That's how hot it was. The people that captured them, they couldn't even make it. It was that hot, man. They couldn't even make it. And then it says, and these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down, bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and rose up in haste and spake and said unto his counselors, did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, true, O king. He answered and said, lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt. And the form of the 4th is like the Son of the Most High. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High God, come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth of the midst of the fire, and the princes, governors, and captains, and the king's counselors, being gathered together, saw these men, upon whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was an hair of their head singed, neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them. All right. So then it says that Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel and delivered his servants that trusted in him, and have changed the king's word and yielded their bodies, that they may not serve nor worship any god except their own power. This is how powerful the Most High is, man. All right. The same power that's getting ready to bring judgment is going to be the same power that's going to deliver. He's going to have 2 purposes, man. The Most High is going to get rid of this wickedness, and he's going to save his elect. The ones that he feels is worthy enough to be forgiven for their sins, and the ones that he feel like is righteous. Okay. And this is exactly what's going to happen with us, man. As you can see right here, it says, he answered and said, lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the fourth is like the Son of the Most High. The angels are going to protect us, man. And you can read about that in Psalms chapter 91. All right. When you go to Psalms chapter 91, we'll start at verse 9. This is Psalms 91 and 9. It says, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. The same thing that happened with the three brothers, right? No evil came upon them, and no plague, messed them up. The Most High got them out of the situation. Verse 11, it says, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. The same thing that happened with them. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder. The young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. What is the name? Yahweh and Yahushua. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. He's going to deliver us because we called upon the name and we kept the faith. We did not bow down to the image of Baal. We did not take that chip. We kept calling on Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and we kept the faith all the way into the end. We walked through that straight gate. All right. And it says, he shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. So the Most High is going to deliver his elect. He's going to deliver his elect. But like I said, before he does that, he's going to put us through the test. He's going to see what we're made of, man. He's going to see if we're strong enough to go through the situation that he has us in or got us in. All right. Because he's not just going to save you and beam you up in the chariot, or the Lord willing give you spiritual powers and all of these other things just because you call yourself repenting every day, man. You got to remember right now, technically this is the easy part. Even though the flesh is weak, like the scriptures say, the flesh is weak but the spirit is willing, right? Even though the flesh is weak, at the same time, our spirit is willing to go ahead and do what we got to do. But at the same time, doing these videos, going out to the highways and the byways, this is the easy part, man. We didn't get to the hard part yet. The hard part is going to be within Jacob's trouble. This is where you're going to have to prove if you're a man or not, man. You have to prove to the Most High that you're worthy enough, because he like, look, I'm not just going to give you anything just because. You're going to be like, all right, yeah, I heard you were calling upon my name. Yeah, I saw that you were being sincere and everything, but let's see when I put your life on the line. Let's see what happens when I take everything from you. That's why you have certain accounts in the scriptures that you can read about with our forefathers who went through the same thing. Like, for instance, the book of Job. Job went through it. Job had pretty much everything taken from him, but he kept his integrity, though. He kept his integrity, and then at the end of his story, the Most High gave him double. And don't the scriptures say that? The scriptures say, whatever we don't have right now, he's going to give it to us in due time, and he's going to give it to us 100-fold or more. So all we got to do is just stay faithful, man, is just keep believing and praying to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. So now let's get Romans chapter 11, start at verse 1. It says, I say then, have the Most High cast away his people? The Most High forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. The Most High have not cast away his people, which he foreknew. Wot ye not what the scriptures say of Elias, how he make intercession to the Most High against Israel, saying, Lord, they have killed thy prophets and digged down thine altars. I am left alone, and they seek my life. But what saith the answer of the Most High to him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. Even so then, at this present time also, there is a remnant according to the election of grace. So the Most High has a predestined elect out here, man. And Lord willing, we are a part of that. You see right here, it says the Most High reserved 7,000 men, completion. The Most High reserved the 144,000 and a great multitude that comes after them to not bow down to the RFID chip, the MOTB. All right. That's why the scriptures say, then shall you know who's my elect. A lot of us out here are going to realize what's going on, and we're going to keep that integrity, man. These scriptures are going to keep us grounded in the times when we really need it. which is Jacob's trouble, man. We're going to need to remember these scriptures in order to move forward and stay stable. All right. And you already know what it is, man. Let's get Revelation 20:4, because at the same time, this is a thing that's going to happen with a lot of us too. It's in Revelation chapter 20, verse 4, and it says, "And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of the Most High, and which have not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither have received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach Yahushua 1,000 years." All right. So some of us will have to die for this truth. The Most High is going to deliver the majority of us, and a lot of us, Lord willing, are going to remain alive until the chariots show up, and then we're going to get beamed up in the chariots. But at the same time, some of us are going to have to be put to death. This is where true faith is really going to kick in, man. You know, because some of us may actually, you know, go to prison, and then after that, Esau grab us, and then he put us in a guillotine. And in that moment, man, you got to realize what's going on. You got to realize what's going on and pretty much accept your fate. Don't think about, oh man, I don't want this blade chopping my head off. I don't know if it's going to hurt, so forth and so on, man. You got to remember, anything can happen. You got to remember, the Most High can have it to the point where, you know, the blade come down and then it stop right before it hits you. Or, you know what I'm saying, he can get it to the point where he takes your spirit out of your body, so you don't even realize what's going on, and then your head get chopped off and you didn't even notice, man. Or it could just be a quick death, because technically they say when your head get chopped off, you die instantly. All right. So you can't be having the flesh overtake you within that moment, man. You can't be thinking and getting scared. You can't be afraid of that, man. Once you realize you in that situation, you just got to let it happen. You just got to pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushua to keep you strong within that moment. And then that's it, because you got to remember, this is temporary. Once that happens, that's a quick death, man. Once that happens, man, you automatically going to go to the spirit world. The Most High is going to be pleased with you. And then the next thing you know, you're going to be resurrected. You're going to be the first ones, one of the first ones to be beamed up in the chariots, because it tells you in the scriptures that the ones that died are going to be beamed up first. They're going to come back and, you know, from the grave, and then they're going to get beamed up in the chariot, and they're going to be the first ones to receive the new bodies, because that was an honorable death. So you just got to remember that, man. You got to remember, hey, this is, it's game time. This ain't no time to, you know, to be playing around or to be thinking twice or any of that, man. This is the time where we really got to show Yahweh Shem Yahushua that we want to be part of the elect, man. So let's get one last scripture to close it out. Let's get 2 Ezra chapter 2. Go to verse 42. And it says, "I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly." All right, this is Yahushua placing crowns upon the elect. It says, so I asked the angel and said, "Sir, what are these?" He answered and said unto me, "These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High. Now are they crowned and receive palms, victory." Then said I unto the angel, "One young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands?" So he answered and said unto me, "It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world." Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. She said stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord, because whatever situation the Most High brought upon that, you know, the elect, they went through it, man. They didn't think twice. They went through it. They kept praising the Most High, and they stood firmly for the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Now they're receiving the greatest reward, which is salvation, the crowns, the new bodies, so forth and so on. Then the angel said unto me, "Go thy way and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of the Lord thy power thou hast seen." All right, so this is what, you know, we're aiming for. This is what we're working for. We want to be part of this victory ceremony, man. We want to receive those crowns. We want to be the first ones in the kingdom. Just like Apostle Tahar said in one of his videos, I think a couple of weeks ago, He was like, look, man, you don't want to come back in the kingdom as a newborn baby, man. You want to go in the kingdom right now as a grown man, you know, we all grown men. Next thing you know, you pretty much, all of us pretty much in the prime of our lives right now. All right. Some of us are older than others or younger than others, but right now we all in the prime of our lives because the Most High brought us into this truth. So now that we understand what's going on and what's getting ready to happen with us, that's the ultimate blessing to be like, look, man, we want to go into the kingdom with these bodies, man. We don't want to start over. We want to go ahead and just pretty much transition into the new world, man, the kingdom. We want to see what it's like. We want to see what it's like to actually get beamed up, to actually have our bodies changed in the twinkling of an eye, to actually look around and see the other brothers and sisters that made it, to actually look around and see the angels inside of the chariots, to actually be able to see Yahushua on the right hand side, not on the side where he looked at you and he want to get rid of you because of your wickedness. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to stand stiffly for the name of the Lord, no matter what. All right. And that's why I said these scriptures were written for our learning. There's so many accounts, man, of our forefathers and the foremothers who did what they were supposed to do by the Lord. And every time they did it, what happened? The Most High delivered them and the Most High blessed them. So that's exactly what we're looking for in these last days. So stand stiffly for the name of the Lord, no matter what test the Most High puts you through. So I hope this is edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, Call Halayim, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstones to learn this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquath that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazad, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.